Hi, welcome to The Literary Sipper, a podcast about reading, writing, thinking, and sometimes even a little bit of drinking. I'm your host, Amber V.D. Hill, a writer and mother who's always looking for ways to stay creative no matter where the day may take me. Thank you for joining me today, especially when I know how valuable your free time is and how many other things you have to do on that never-ending to-do list. But if you're trying to put something artistic out into the world, while also trying to manage the schedule and needs of others in your household, you have come to the right place. Here's what you can expect from this weekly podcast. We're going to dig into the writer's craft. We're going to talk about ways to stay inspired when you're pulled in a million directions. We're going to think about good books and better words. We're going to talk about striking a balance between your needs as an artist and your needs as a parent. And hopefully we'll have some fun and offer a little levity along the way. I want to be your wise neighbor, the one who has too many books, that faraway look in her eye when she talks about them, and the one who's happy to hear about your creative dreams and aspirations, and also about your crazy kids. So how did the Literary Sipper podcast come to be? I was a high school English teacher and sometimes an adjunct college professor for years. Surprise, surprise. I mean, where else could I get paid to talk about books all day? I made a living showcasing how and why certain books and writers seem to have the ability to harness the magic of storytelling. I inspired other students to write and to read and communicate more clearly. But I also may have talked and taught myself right out of thinking that I could ever dare to join the ranks of the authors I found so impressive. So one master's degree and 15 years of teaching later, I was still content to talk about and study the work of other artists. But then I had 2 boys in quick succession and stopped teaching for a while. And I thought, even in the midst of all of that chaos, maybe this is my time to write. If not now, then when? But it's hard to be creative as a mom. You need a room with a door. You need a sitter so you can go to the coffee shop or the library. You need to use the bathroom by yourself sometimes. You're touched out, highly caffeinated, thinking about what's for dinner all of the time, and it's so hard to rationalize your creative space. It's so important to stay true to yourself and the things you love, the things that buoy you, that make you more than a mother. And that's where I come in. Your wise neighbor, the one who can offer you a glass of iced tea or something stronger, the one who can give you tiny sips, the little bits to sustain you until you have the energy, time, gumption to take bigger gulps. That's what I want to offer you. Ways to take tiny sips of literary moments to keep you going on your artistic journey wherever you find it takes you. So join me next week when we will be talking about inspiration and how to keep things moving forward. Make sure you have a cup of tea or a glass of wine that you can sip. Reconnect to your most creative self, even if it's just for a little while. To learn more about me and this podcast, head over to my website at ambervdhill.com and say hello. I'd love to hear from you.